There is one feature in Empire at War that always seems to never feel right. That feature is the pathfinding system, specifically for ships in space battles. For anyone who has played Empire at War, I'm sure this has happened to you at least once. Oh, come on, come on. No, wrong way, wrong way. That way, that way, that way, that way. Go, 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 go. No, that way. Oh, brilliant. I forgot a commanding ship again. Why can't I select you? Why can't I select you? Move. You go there. You go there. No, wrong way. Wrong way. Why can't you move this way? Go back. Go back. Go back. And now a different angle. That way. That way. That way. That way. That way. That way. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Why do you have to move all the way around just to turn? Oh, my goodness. They are the longest, widest turns I've ever seen. Attack, attack, attack. No, don't all of a sudden go all the way around there. Why have you changed? Oh, what on earth was that? What are you doing? Deciding where you're going. Oh my goodness. Move, move, up that way, up, come on. Oh my God, please, for the love of... Finally. So there's actually a lot going on here, and plenty of reasons as to why a lot of these issues are still prevalent in some of the Empire at War mods, but also very minimized in others. I reached out to Thrawn's Revenge and Fall of the Republic creator Corey Loses for more information as to why these issues still persist today. Before jumping into situations that can cause these behaviours of odd pathfinding, the green line that indicates the ship's movements utilise what is called a Bezier curve, which is a tool used in plenty of applications such as Photoshop and Illustrator. Mathematically, Beziers can quickly determine curves, which is why it's utilised in so many vector-based programs. So when you see a ship taking a wide turn, that's simply due to the association of a Bezier curve. So the first issue can be accounted to bounding boxes for units. When ships share the same Z layer in a 3D space, these ships have to move around other units to reach their destination. This can become pretty cumbersome and can actually mess up ships' positionings when left unattained. This issue is more noticeable in skirmish modes for Thrawn's Revenge and Fall of the Republic, as all ships do share the same Z layer. But this is for a higher clarity of gameplay and better association between players over the internet, so you get less of these. The second issue is mostly found in mods for Empire at War, specifically Remake. The mod utilises a wide range of Z-layer positions, and when spawning in multiple ships into one area, depth perception of your camera position can cause problems. When you're at the edge of the map and attempt to click or highlight a specific ship to move and your cursor is outside of the playable area that can be seen in the minimap, your click doesn't register. This also applies to attempting to move ships to corners of the minimap. The third issue makes a lot more sense, but is also lost on a lot of casual players. Ships favour not moving into nebulas or asteroids, unless it's absolutely necessary, which means you see a lot of this. So with the examples of the nebula, if we bring all of these example ships in, if we approach the nebula like so, it works as intended, but if we try to go over the nebula, the ships will actually take the safest pathway around. As you can see here, just outside of the asteroids and nebula. You're unable to place anything in the nebula also, which probably gives you a good indication of how that all works. So again, with the Corvette, it's the same here. When it comes to ships, like fighters, interceptors, bombers, they'll go right through that because it doesn't share the same pathing system. I believe, I might be incorrect on that, but any bigger ships will just... go all the way around. To go through the nebula, you must click within it, so the ship will go inside the nebula and then lose its shields, and then click outside, and that's how you get through the nebula. Otherwise, it will take the safest path around it. The fourth issue is far more difficult to manage than others. After talking with Corey Loses, when making one ship target another, the ship isn't moving to its opponent and stopping at its maximum firing range. It follows a separate line of code, which is called the distance range. All ships have different values, and this can be an issue for super ships like the SSD, which has a far higher maximum firing range, but it means it only utilises the front weapons, as the ones in the back are still out of range, and thus the distance range values come into play. Mod creators like Thrawn's Revenge team are doing a lot more to fix issues like these. Having ships never spawn in the same Z layer prevents ships from having to move around one another, and keeping maps relatively the same size to prevent inconsistent camera angle changes all work to make pathfinding feel a lot more comfortable to the player. Well, that's all from me. I have been Charlie, this is X2, and don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Peace.